Right now at 6 on Connecticut's news station, a woman killed on the Meriden Green, and officers are still looking for her killer. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin once again standing by in Meriden with an update.
And people in Bethany sharing their outrage after a former Parks and Rec employee was arrested on sexual assault charges involving young girls. What they want to see happen now. Also, more credit card skimmers were found in Connecticut, this time at a Walmart in Cromwell. The latest in a string of them that have been found. We'll tell you what they appear to have in common.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for starting yours off with us here at Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus America areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning to you. Happy Wednesday. Let's get over to meteorologist Matt Scott. I know at least coming in, did not see any rain, but it felt humid, sticky, and I know there's got to be some today.
Yeah,
right?
So the rain is close by. We kind of anticipated this morning would be a little wetter.
Right.
Thankfully, most of that is staying down to the south. So we're not complaining about that, especially with the morning rush. That said, still dreary, and there's some low clouds out there, just a little wetter later on than what we saw yesterday, which, by the way, was not much. The Muggies top out on Thursday with an approaching front, which will bring us a lot of weekend relief. Live look at Groton, it's murky. Live look in Farmington. Farmington's in there somewhere. Can't even see the skyline. That should tell you that some visibility is not great, especially around Waterbury as you head into the hills of Litchfield, quarter mile. The rest of the board looking okay. But it's still, you may run into some of this low cloudiness and patchy fog. You can see plenty of clouds on the board, but not much in the way of rain. I mentioned it's down to the south, and you can see just how close by. We're going to get some rain, don't get me wrong, but it will be fairly manageable. 71 degrees in Hartford, 74 in New Haven, 71 in Groton, with the dew point still in that tropical feel. Take you through the next few hours, and we'll talk about how, again, like it's been, cloudy, not everyone getting wet, but we do have a few showers in there to talk about. A few more on the way for tomorrow, and then the payoff. And that's for the weekend. We'll talk about that coming up. 6:02. I think, and I may be wrong, this may be the first time Rachel Piscatelli and I are together on the air.
In almost a month.
In a month.
Yeah, it's been quite a bit.
Hi.
Hi.
How are things?
It is good to see you.
Good.
Yeah.
Family good.
Family's good. Celebrated a birthday yesterday.
I heard the big 5-0.
Yeah, exactly. I'm catching up to you.
That makes me 72.
All right, good morning, 6:02. Missed you, Matt. We are looking okay across the board here. No incidents to tell you about this morning, but we do have one area of roadwork that has not wrapped up yet. So a portion of exit 52, the on 84 eastbound, is closed this morning to I-91 southbound. So if you're trying to jump on 91 from 84, you may encounter some delays on that eastbound side. Otherwise, here's a live look outside on 84, where volume is rather light this morning. Your drive times there. Windsor to the 84 interchange, 3 minutes. New Britain Ave to the Hartford Tunnel, a nice 5-minute drive. Tim and Erica, back to you.
All right. We have breaking news out of Monroe right now at 6:03. We know a child was shot late last night. It's still not clear to us exactly where it happened, but rescue crews were called to the intersection of Route 110 and Osborne Lane just before 9:30. Police said the child had a gunshot wound to the extremities, meaning somewhere on the arms or the legs. And the victim was taken to a hospital. Again, still very early in the investigation, so we do not know how the child was shot or how bad the injuries are. But of course, we'll keep you updated. And the search is still going on right now for the person who shot and killed a woman in Meriden.
Yeah, police say this was a targeted attack. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is joining us live by the Meriden Green with the latest. So, Brooke, right now, does police have any suspects?
Well, police say that they are closing in on finding the person responsible for this. They do know that a man and a woman were here at the scene and were involved in that scene on late Monday night. They even brought in a woman for questioning yesterday, but they didn't actually say, it wasn't really clear if that woman is the same person that they know was involved in the scene. So a lot of really moving parts here. Officers say this has been a pretty tough situation to try to sort through, go through all the evidence, and then piece together what exactly happened here. Investigators tell us this all started around 10 o'clock Monday night. That was here at the Meriden Green. That's when they found 28-year-old Beth Nedweja. She was found shot to death here in this area. Officers say they believe the victim and the shooter knew each other. The park was blocked off overnight and most of the day yesterday. yesterday as police gathered evidence. Following hours of searching the green for clues, police sent a SWAT team into an apartment building on West Main Street to look for the people who may have been in the fight. They were also searching for the gun that was used in the shooting. That search did come up empty, though police say the apartment is still under investigation. Now, I mentioned that police took a woman into questioning. Officers, though, didn't confirm whether she is that same woman who lives at the apartment. So again, just keep that in mind. We're not actually sure if they have anybody relating to this scene specifically in custody. Now, this is the city's first homicide of the year. Police saying that this is just not something that they're taking lightly.
Again, this is very early on in this investigation. Detectives are doing a lot of legwork trying to talk to as many people as we can track down that might have information.
And that's where you come in. Meriden police say if you know anything, maybe you were just driving by, you saw something, heard something, maybe you live in the area and something weird was picked up on your Ring camera on Monday night, they want you to go ahead and give them a call, give them any information that they could use to really ramp this up and piece together what happened. Live in Meriden, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Brooke, thank you for that report. Sounds like we still got to get a lot of questions answered. Speaking of, still a lot of questions. A lot of people are angry in Bethany after just finding out recently that a former Parks and Rec employee was arrested on sexual assault charges involving young girls.
Yeah, so now a special select board meeting is scheduled for tonight to talk about disciplinary action for the head of the department. Fox 61's Angelo Bavaro is live right outside Bethany Town Hall with the latest on this. Angelo.
Erica, Tim, good morning. And the big question that parents still have this morning is why the town never informed them about these alleged assaults. The cases date back to 2022, but the public was only informed about the allegations last month after the suspect was arrested by police. Take a look. This is the suspect at the center of this case. Former town employee, 25-year-old Anthony Mastrangelo. He's accused of sexually assaulting at least 4 young girls during his time at the Parks and Rec department and a 5th victim afterwards. He was also a volunteer substitute teacher and an intern at Bethany Public Schools. According to statements from the Board of Education and the first select woman, Mastrangelo was removed from having any contact with kids when those allegations came out in 2022. It was also revealed and confirmed by first select woman Paula Francesco. She has a personal relationship with Mastrangelo's family, having even gone on vacations together. Mastrangelo was also employed by the first select woman's husband after being let go from the Parks and Rec department. Neighbors laying out their concerns and frustrations at a special meeting with town leaders last night.
Would like you to think if you would have acted differently, or perhaps taken these claims more seriously if you hadn't been clouded by bias.
I was not clouded by bias.
Now, Francesco says she was told by the town's administrative lieutenant she cannot address the issue while the police investigation remained open. Meanwhile, we've also learned Parks and Rec Director Janice Howard has sought legal counsel and was not at last night's meeting. We're told the select board will talk about potential disciplinary action for Howard when it meets in private tonight. Now, calls for Howard to be fired and the first select woman to step down. Those are only intensifying throughout all these meetings that have been held since. And also, Mastrangelo is due back in court next week. We are live in Bethany this morning. I'm Angelo Bavaro, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Okay, Angelo, yet another story we're just going to have to keep following as it progresses. Thank you. Well, at least one Glastonbury resident last night said the school system needs to do more to fight back against racism. This is after a 16-year-old was arrested on a hate crime charge. Police accused that teenager of hacking into someone's social media account and posting a bomb threat to Glastonbury High School, as well as death threats to black people, including some specific students, as well as references to the KKK and Hitler. Many people spoke at a town council meeting last night.
I ask you to reject violence and make hate speech and crimes immediate grounds for expulsion from all Glastonbury schools. I ask that you integrate critical race theory into Glastonbury public school curriculums to ensure we no longer breed ignorance.
Now, the school system said the student who's accused here is no longer enrolled in any town school and has been banned from school events in the campus. That student is facing a list of charges, including intimidation based on bigotry or bias.
A woman who pled guilty to killing her husband during a fight is expected to be sentenced today. Linda Quesada Bagazi pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter and also first-degree larceny. It was in connection to the death of her husband, Pierre Luigi Bagazi, back in July of 2017. When officers found his body 6 months later, she claimed it was self-defense. While police were investigating his death, they said Linda had collected her husband's paychecks from Yukon Health in a joint account.
Another credit card skimmer has been found at a store in Connecticut. This time it was found at a self-checkout register at the Walmart in Cromwell. Officers said they're looking for these two people. They believe the skimmer was placed at the register on June 29th. On that same day, credit card skimmers were also found at Big Y stores in Naugatuck in Plainville. One was also found at a register at LeBon's Market store in Prospect. And then just 1 week ago, store employees found a skimming device at the Walmart in Naugatuck. Now, there are several ways you can protect yourself from getting your card skimmed. Capital One shared these tips. First of all, inspect the card reader before you use it. Give it a little jiggle, especially if you're at like a gas station too. If the keypad feels loose or out of alignment, there's a chance a skimmer is attached, and that's why it's loose. Also, look for hidden cameras that might record you typing in your PIN. To do that, look closely above the card reader to see if there's any holes pointing down to the keypad. And then lastly, use your credit card when possible because they have slightly more protections against fraud than debit cards do.